everybody, it's Shelby with a Chick Plus 3. Welcome. Now usually I come on here 5 days a week and share Dollar Tree items that are wish list worthy with you all. Well, today's haul is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you what I mean. So what do you say? Let's go. You all know that the Dollar Tree is my #1 destination for shopping enjoyment. Now don't despair, that hasn't changed, but even my favorite bargain store has some misses, and those are what I'm going to share with you today. This item that I will not be repurchasing at the Dollar Tree, and again, this is just my own opinion. Maybe you have different success with them, but it's these Fresh and Clean laundry pods. I want to show you, this is what mine looked like after going through 2 washes with hot water. This compact powder is just not dissolving. So I decided that I am going to stick with the Fab or the Ajax, both of which are currently at my Dollar Tree. So these are the gel packs, so I don't have the difficulty of those dissolving the way I do this compact powder. As I say, this is what mine looked like still in the washing machine after 2 hot washes. So this will be a product for me that I will not be repurchasing. Another item that I will not be repurchasing, I gotta tell you, are any of the car air fresheners. I tried out these new scents things, and I gave them a shot. I thought maybe in the summer with the AC, the scent just wasn't working. Well, it's been cold enough to have the heat on in my car, and I'm still smelling nothing. In all honesty, I still smell more in this old packaging than I do from the product in my car. I gotta say the same thing for those Mentos air fresheners. And in all fairness, even name brand car air fresheners that I get from other places besides the Dollar Tree, like those little pine trees, just don't do it for me. So I gotta give you a little tip. What I do pick up at the Dollar Tree that works fabulous as a car air freshener is this box of Unstoppables. All I do is rip it open, put it in the side pocket of my car, and my car is filled with freshness. So I spend the same price for this as I do for any of the car fresheners that don't work, and this is success. And if you would like, they sell a much larger product, the Booster fragrance, and these are not bad either, and you get a whopping 10.5 ounces of these. You could pour some of these into a little sachet and just put that in your car. I honestly think this type of product freshens your car far better than those cutesy little hanging ones off of our mirrors. All right, the next product that I am totally going to avoid is that Poppet for the back of your phone. Let me tell you, I put that little sucker on my phone, and within 90 minutes it was broken, and what it left me was a pad on the back of my phone that had the gripping power of I don't know what, but that, I gotta tell you, was horrendous to get off. So the staying power of the Poppet was out of this world, but the little plastic part that pulls back and forth broke immediately. So Dollar Tree, if they could fix that other part, then they would be golden, because they would have a phone accessory that will never leave the back of your phone without great difficulty. I can vouch for that. Just as I am not going to repurchase any more phone stands. I don't know what it is, but I bought one of the phone stands and it just did not work to support my phone, so I'm going to pass on those also. Another product that I will not be buying again is the aroma diffuser. It runs on batteries. Great little product, you'd think, for $1, but a little bit too much noisy. It didn't seem to diffuse any scent, so just something that I will not pick up again, and I would not recommend it. Now, a couple of the food and beverage items that I myself did not care for, but again, this is just personal taste. Maybe you've tried them and you really like them, but I am somebody that likes a strong cup of coffee. I had high hopes with this donut shop coffee. It looks, the packaging anyways, like a great dupe for some of my favorite Dunkin' Donut coffee, being a New England girl. But sadly, I just did not find the strength of the coffee there. It had good aroma, but the taste was just too weak for me. Just as the Dollar Tree breakfast blend coffee, I thought it was the perfect size to take along to somebody's house, you know, just make a pot of coffee. And again, it was just much too weak for my liking. So that will be something that I myself would not recommend to all of you to purchase if you are like me and like a stronger cup of coffee.
Quinn dark chocolate peanut-filled pretzel nuggets. These will work to be good for a football game. They're not working. They're very hard. They're going to break my teeth. Kind of salty. Maybe too salty. And I don't taste any filling. There's so many better products out there for football games. Thumbs down.
Another food item that we did not care for at all. Sadly, I had high hopes, but it's the fig bars. I was hoping that they would be like the brand names of the Fig Newtons, but it just wasn't the case. Both my husband and I gave those a try, and the flavor just wasn't there. There are so many other delicious cookies at the Dollar Tree. I rave all the time about the Uncle Al's sandwich cookies, so there are plenty to pick from, so the fig bars are going to be a pass for me. Another big pass for me are the Chester's Jalapeno Poppers. These were cute little wheels. I love hot food. I thought they were going to be super tasty, but instead they just kind of had a staleness to them and a not pleasant aftertaste. So another product that I will be leaving on the shelf. If you'd like to see more content like this, and certainly all of the fabulous items that I love and find at the Dollar Tree, if you want, consider subscribing and joining our family. And if you all saw my taste test that we did a while back, you can be sure the Cheetos Mac Cheese is another product just not for us, so I will not be repurchasing that. I love mac and cheese and I love hot and spicy, but that just did not do it for me. I found that the product had kind of a weird sliminess, I want to say, to it. And the coloring of it was so kind of toxic looking that it made me a little bit worried about what dye they used to turn the cheese powder the color that it was. Another product that I will not be repurchasing are the Sure Scent sprays at the Dollar Tree. In all honesty, probably the Airwick ones too. Those room fresheners. I always get what I call the nozzle dribble. Just does not work for me. But thankfully, my Dollar Tree carries plenty of the air freshener spray in the Glade brand. This one I do give a thumbs up, so I always pick this one up at the Dollar Tree. And the other one I guess that I'd give an honorable mention to, maybe if there was a scent that really caught my eye, I would grab it. And it is this pump one by Great Scents. Again, the mist on this to me is not fine enough to use as a room spray, so how I have been using this is a trash can deodorizer. If we get some stinky trash going on and the bag is not full enough yet to throw out, I just give a little pump spray of this. You can see it's kind of heavy there into the trash bag, and it works for that, but that's pretty much just it. I will not be purchasing this to use as a room mist again. Another product that I am going to leave behind in future on the shelf is the Brillo pads. And yes, I know Brillo is a brand name, but let me tell you, the Scrub Buddy soap pads that the Dollar Tree sells, you get more per box, and I feel like the quality of them is superior over Brillo. They don't fall apart as easy, they last longer, so Brillo, you're going to stay behind, but Scrub Buddy soap pads from the Dollar Tree, you're going home with me. One of the things I always try to avoid picking up at the Dollar Tree are those single candy bars. Those are a mere 1.5 ounce serving. Get yourself over to the candy aisle and you can pick up more for your buck. Things like these are 5 ounces. And if it's chocolate that you want, look at these. You get double of what you would on that single serving candy bar. Even little bags of up to 4 ounces of candy. Skittles for 3 ounces. So do not fall for that impulse candy bar at the register. All right, another product that I am definitely not purchasing again is this little gadget here. What this is a sanitizing wand. It was called Safe and Healthy, and it has a little light here you can see there, and what you do is you take this and you put it over your object to sanitize it. But here's the downfall of this. You have to hold it over one spot for 20 seconds, and so it's not like you go like this and you sanitize your object. It's just what that light hits. So you'd have to do this section, then move it, then move it, then move it, then move it, then move it. Do you see what I'm getting at? It would take forever, if it even works, to sanitize one object. So I think that somebody was genius and they got $1 from very many of us, but this is a product, Safe and Healthy, still carried at my local Dollar Tree, that I would not recommend, and I will not be purchasing any more of these. Another product I just have to pass on again, and I had high hopes for this one, is this Maxwell House iced coffee. You know, name brand, good to the last drop. It's iced coffee with cream and sugar, but I have to say something about it just wasn't worth it for me to buy it again. The can is like an aluminum can, and I don't know if that's what did it, that it kind of had a little bit tinny taste to it, but it had an underlying taste of something that I personally am not a fan of. So this is a product that I won't be recommending and I will not purchase again. I will be back again tomorrow with more Dollar Tree treasure and goodness that I can't wait to share. But as always, I like to give it to you guys straight, even though it's my favorite store. Not everything can be a hit. So until then, remember, please be well.